皆さんこんにちは。いつも見てくださってありがとうございます。KachokTV のティナとシニーです。シニーもいつも一緒についています。札幌で出会った方です。今日はですね、登別有名な北海道の温泉地に来ておりまして、ここにいる外国の方にインタビューしていきます。ではシニーはその間に観光して、私たちはインタビューに行きます。Let's get started! So my name is Christina. What are your names?
Luella,
Wow.
Wow, nice to meet you. Where are you from?
Australia.
Australia?
Yes.
And tell me about your trip. How did you end up in Japan? Why did you decide to come here? How long have you been here?
We have been once before to Japan, and we came in spring and we went to see the cherry blossoms. So this time we've come to go to the north and to see the autumn leaves.
But unfortunately, too early. No autumn leaves. One little tree here, one little tree there.
The weather has been hot, yes, and the
This
leaves
year,
are
yes.
turning slowly.
Yeah.
Yes,
So when was the first time you came to Japan?
yes, was
When was it?
maybe 10 years ago.
10 years ago?
Yeah.
Did
Yes.
it change?
Yes, it has changed.
Oh,
Yeah.
how?
It seems to be more Western, less Japanese culture evident to me.
In the big,
And we're pleased to see much less smoking.
yeah.
Yeah, we like that.
And much more reasonable prices for us. It's cheaper now than it used to be.
The rate has
Yes,
changed,
yes.
especially in the recent 2 years.
yes,
a
Yes.
lot. Yeah.
That's
So
good
this-
for us.
This is our first trip out since COVID.
Oh,
So we
oh,
haven't had a holiday outside Australia. Because we're retired, so we can have lots of holidays. One day you too will retire. But you have to become senior citizens. One moment, see the grey hair?
Yeah, it looks like
Then you retire and travel.
So did you come to Japan by yourself?
Yes,
like
we're
on a trip?
travelling by ourselves. We made our own plans and we have a Japanese rail pass.
Oh, so what is your plan for this trip?
We
say
start off in
Japanese.
Sapporo. We flew via Tokyo to Sapporo. And we've had 3-4 days in Sapporo. We went to Josenkai and Otara. And then we went e-bike through the Noboro
Naporo
forest. And then we come here and we're going south through Nikko and Sendai to Tokyo.
Oh, that's a great plan.
Yeah.
So far, this is a very general question. What do you think about Japan?
Oh, we love it.
We're having a great time.
The scenery is beautiful.
Yeah.
And that's what we like, nature. So we've just been walking for 3 hours now through the bush here. So past up every little track we've been. So it's been beautiful.
We
Yeah.
feel safe.
Very safe.
We like the food.
The food is amazing.
Do you
Yeah.
have any favorite dishes?
No, I don't.
We have we've had beautiful ramen and we've had nice seafood in Sapporo and we had a Genghis Khan barbecue.
Ah,
And
It's
I
really
had
famous.
all you can drink lemon sour in 1 hour. Woohoo! That was very good. I'm too old for that one.
okay. So, is there something you would like to have in Australia from Japan?
The food. We have lots of Japanese restaurants in Australia,
Yeah.
very popular, but
There are
it's
many
much.
Japanese people in Australia as
Yeah.
well, right?
Yeah.
Sushi is very popular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But here the food is and so beautifully arranged when they serve you. It just looks beautiful.
And we like the little diners. Don't
Yes.
we had the ramen. We don't have that.
Yeah.
So, what are the things that you are going to miss the most about Japan, except for food?
We're liking the weather is very good for walking
it's
and
great.
now at the minute we like that. Yes, it's cooler. Yes. But we don't want it to be too cold. We're going to see the snow monkeys, but I don't think it will be snowing.
Yeah, I think it's not yet. Okay, and this is the last question. What are some things that impress you about Japan most?
The most.
Yeah.
I think the safety and
The safety.
Yeah.
And look, it's very easier to travel around by yourself. Most of the people we know go on group tours, but we've found it very easy And if you have any problems, people are very helpful. So that makes a big difference, doesn't it?
Yes. And we've found the translator helpful, right?
Google Apps.
Google Translator.
But we haven't used it a
and
lot.
for the maps, and that's good. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, have you tried the Japanese hot springs?
Yes,
Yeah.
How do you like it?
very good.
Yes.
Go from cold to warm to hot, and I always finish with very cold.
Oh,
Very good.
And today we're going to go to here to the big hotel, Gotchen, the one with the most onsen in them.
We're going to look for that today.
we
We'll
are
check it.
also checking.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
It was
All
such
the
a
best.
pleasure to talk to you. すっごい煙が出てます。お。So my name is Christina. What are your names?
Martin and
Tom.
Nice to meet you. Where are you from?
From Germany.
Germany. And tell me about your trip. How long have you been in Japan and what are you doing here? Why?
Yeah, for tourism, and
Tourism.
we've been here for
About a week.
about
About a
a week and 1.5 weeks ongoing.
Left.
Yeah, left.
Yes.
Yeah.
We originally stayed in Tokyo, Akihabara. Have now been in Sapporo for a few days, and after this, tomorrow we'll ride down to Nara.
No,
So is this your first time in Japan?
no, the second and the third time.
Oh. So why? Why do you keep coming to Japan?
It's the best country. No, but we would like to come every 2 years. So 1 year in another country and then 1 year Japan. But COVID came and it's a delay and so on.
Yeah, but mostly we love the culture. So Akihabara, all this anime nerd culture, and so we also like the food a lot.
Yeah.
And the last 2 trips, Martin was mostly in Tokyo
Yeah.
and Kyoto a little bit, so seeing temples and such like that. And now we wanted to see a little bit more
Countryside, the north,
nature. Yeah.
next time the south. Yes.
So what are your favorite things about Japan?
The people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that everybody is so polite.
Yes.
Everything is so clean in comparison to other countries. Again, the food is very, very good. Yeah, and the culture overall.
Yeah. The train rides are comfortable and not stressful.
But how did you know about Japan before? Why did you know about
First contact was obviously anime and things like that, but then we looked further into it, looked into some documentaries, for example, a lot of sightseeing on Google Maps and so on.
And a
what
couple
we-
friends who studied
Oh, yeah.
Japanese and stayed longer in Japan. So roughly a year and a half and so on.
So you guys like Japanese anime?
Yes.
a lot.
What's your favorite?
Ghost in the Shell.
Oh,
And Made in Abyss.
oh, good choice. Okay, all right, guys. It was really nice talking to you. So my name is Christina.
Yeah.
What are your names?
Ivo and
Alice,
Nice to meet you. And where are you from?
Singapore.
Singapore.
Singapore. And tell me about your trip. Is it your first time in Japan?
No,
no,
that's not our first time in Japan. We were here in July, and we've been to
In July, recently.
recently, and then we have been in Hokkaido once in 2019.
Yeah, but that's just Hakodate.
But that was in Hakodate only.
So it's your third time then.
We've been,
Oh,
we've
Japan
been to
is-
Japan many times,
Many times, yeah.
but this is the first time we're doing a long drive
A long
on
drive
our
in
own
Hakodate, in Hokkaido.
in Hokkaido.
Oh, so you rented the car?
Yes, we
and
did.
You're going to different
Yes,
places.
we are.
Oh, that's so cool. So what keeps you coming to Japan so many times?
Oh, we love the food. We
Food.
love the culture.
Yeah. Food and culture. Food,
Yes.
yeah. A lot.
So what do you like about the culture and the food?
In terms of food, we love seafood, and in terms of culture, we're always impressed by the manners of the people, and
Yeah.
they're so considerate and civic-minded.
Yeah.
And may I ask you, what is your favorite seafood? I'm just wondering if it's matching with me.
Sashimi,
Sashimi,
Yes.
uni.
Uni. I love uni, and I like my toro.
Toro, yeah.
Oh yeah, those are really good. I love scallops.
No, not so good.
He doesn't like scallops.
You don't like?
No, he
Not
doesn't.
so
He
much,
doesn't
no.
like scallops. Doesn't like
lo-
lobsters and things like that.
Lobster a bit, yeah, but not much.
He's very cheap.
Yeah.
It's good. Easy to make.
Yes.
So, what are some surprising things about Japan for you? Maybe when you first came here, or
Actually,
still
this
some
is a
things-
bit of a surprise for me.
No.
I mean, you knew it, but I didn't know that it was, they had so much of the geothermals here that we've seen it in New Zealand and
We've seen it in Iceland.
in Iceland, but this is like,
This reminds us of
yeah, of
Iceland
Iceland,
and
and
New Zealand.
yeah.
It sounds like you've been traveling to many countries.
Yeah, we
don't
do.
you?
We love traveling. yeah.
Yes, we have.
Have you counted how many countries
No.
you've
No,
been to?
I stopped. I stopped counting. I stopped counting. It should more be the countries I haven't seen. No.
So,
But,
what would you say makes Japan different from other places?
Oh, it's totally
I think
different.
It's very
I mean,
different. Yeah.
just the
we live in
people-
Asia, and I
just the
think
people
it's very
themselves are so different from the
Yeah.
other Asian countries that we've
Yeah.
been to.
separate. So, yeah,
What is different about Japanese people?
I think, as you said, courtesy,
Yeah, the
the
courtesy,
politeness, the considerate,
and very civic-minded
very,
people.
very polite,
Yes.
very polite.
Yeah.
Everything, very
And everything is organized.
Yeah.
Everything is very
Everything
well
is very
organized
well-
and set up. Things work.
So this is like a little bit different, but I really love how Japanese people keep their traditions, and
Yes.
like I only find it in Japan that a lot of people on the streets walking in kimonos, like in Tokyo
Yeah.
and Kyoto cities like that. Like
But
very
they,
traditional.
you're right. I think they like
They keep to their
traditions.
traditions,
They
yeah.
keep the traditions,
They're
but,
very
but
proud
they
of their
don't
traditions.
push. I don't feel they push the
They
tradition.
don't push it to us.
You know, you kind of, it's mixed. A lot of the very modern and then the tradition right beside each other. I remember in Tokyo once we walked, and then you see the very
High-rise
traditional
and small little
walking,
traditional houses.
and then you see the very modern kids and running in between. So it's very mixed. So I thought-
Can I ask when was the first time you come to Japan?
I first
For
came
you,
to
was for
Japan
business, yeah.
very long time ago in 1983.
Oh,
83.
That was my first. It was a business trip,
Business,
and
yeah.
I went to Osaka, Kyoto, Osaka, Fukuoka, and Tokyo.
wow, that
For
was
me, it was also a business trip it was in, we were all living in 2000 or something, yeah. But that was business trip, but then the first real trip for holidays was,
We were on the way to Guam. On the way
Yeah.
back, we stopped in Tokyo.
we stopped in Tokyo, and we have friends in Tokyo, and
Yeah.
they took us around, and then we also went to an onsen for the
Yeah,
first, and it was
And
very
Hakone,
nice. And
yes.
Hakone, yeah. So that was nice.
Did you find any change between now and
Oh,
No.
no. For me, I seem to notice more English spoken because when I first came in the 1980s,
No, but yeah.
people just didn't speak English. And then when I came in the 90s, when I used to come for business, it was the same. I had a problem trying to get, go to a restaurant, and you're on a business trip, you're on your own, and you go into a restaurant, a lot of time nobody speaks English. So it was a lot of miming and just pointing.
But when we were last time in Tokyo as well, was the same thing. When we went to eat in the evening, it's like showing, I
Yeah.
want that, I want that. So if you ask me what surprised me is probably I'm surprised of the very little knowledge of English. Maybe they know English, but they don't speak
They're
it.
shy.
Very shy to speak, because everywhere when we speak English, they have to find someone else to come and help or something. But otherwise, we always manage. We always manage.
Yes.
And especially with food, it's just pointing, or a lot of it is with
And the
pictures.
honesty is amazing. I remember we ordered some ramen, and because you go to the machine and you just hit the buttons and all that, and I don't like the egg. The half-cooked egg, I don't eat half-cooked egg. And I told the man, finally I got my receipt. I went to the counter to give it to him, and then I made all the signs to tell him I didn't want the egg. So he said he understood fine. Then when he brought the noodles to me, when I went to pick up the noodles after it was ready, he actually gave money back to me
For the egg.
for the egg. And to me, I'm like, I don't want it. I didn't want him to give me an egg that I wasn't going to eat. I didn't want it to be wasted. That was my point. Don't waste. But he was so honest. He gave money back to me because I didn't want the half egg. So I'm just people are so honest about those things, which you don't expect.
So may I ask you, how long have you been together?
We've been married for 39 years.
39 years.
I've known him for 41 years.
Yeah.
So what's your secret?
That's a secret.
Listen to your wife.
Listen to the wife. Listen to the wife. Yeah. Very, very important.
Yes, yes,
Very
yes. では皆さん、今回はここまでになります。いかがでしたか？ぜひコメントで何かを残してくださいね。ではチャンネル登録までしてない方はぜひチャンネル登録、あとベルの通知ボタンもお願いします。いいねもねお願いします。では See you again! Bye!
See ya!